Good morning, thanks for joining us. Welcome to Southpaw Drones Flight School. On this series we're going to be showing you everything you need to go from a complete novice to proficient pilot in a very short space of time with quick, easy and hopefully fun steps. We'll be teaching you along the way about batteries and controllers and landing pads and everything you need to know basically to become a drone pilot. So without any further ado, let's make you a pilot. Alright, so for lesson one, all we're going to be doing is flying squares or boxes with the aircraft. We're just going to be focusing on this stick here, just the forward, back, right and left. This one here, which is throttle up and throttle down, and then to turn the actual nose of the aircraft. We're not really going to be using that. We're going to use it to get into the air, but after that, all we're going to be focusing on is just this one stick, just to get you orientated with moving the aircraft and what it looks like whilst you're moving the aircraft as well, which is quite important. So your brain gets used to the image of the aircraft moving in different directions. All right, so you'll have to follow your instructions as far as starting up your quadcopter and binding it to your transmitter, but this one's ready to go, so here we go. So you're just going to apply very gentle. If you put your fingers on the top here like this, and then your thumbs on the top over there, that gives you the most control of the sticks while it's operating, and you have to just use tiny little movements and you can gently control the aircraft. So you're just going to give it a little bit of throttle. Turn that over there, we go. Bring her up to about 3 or 4 feet. Now you will have to work with the wind. We've got a tiny bit of a breeze here today, but nothing major. So you see, just a little movement. Right, so you're going to be moving it to the right and then forward to the next pillar. All you're going to do is fly just a square box. Bring it back and then move it across. Now you will have to fight with the wind here as I'm doing here. I'm going to actually put it into mixed speed mode too, you get a little bit more control. So just flying it forward gently and then across. Now when you get to the other side, when you get to a position and you want to stop, your brake is essentially operating in the opposite direction. So if you're going left and you want to stop, you push ever so slightly right, and vice versa if you're going right, and same with the forward. If you're going forward, just apply a little bit of reverse pressure and it'll stop. So all you want to do is just get used to watching your aircraft move, and you're very gently just going to be flying in a square. And if you say you've got 2 or 3 batteries for your aircraft, I'd use the first battery of the day just flying squares like this, just flying boxes to get yourself used to it. Once you've done a couple in one direction, don't forget you move in the other opposite direction. Just fly squares. It might seem very simple, but it's the best way to get used to orientating yourself with the controls without having to worry about nose direction, or flying nose in as it's called. You don't have to worry about that yet. That's lesson 2. All you're going to be doing, just flying nice little squares, just so that you can get used to small movements in a small space of your aircraft operating. Now during this series we're going to be showing you all about your LiPo batteries, the best way to store them, where to charge them and what to do while you're charging. And we're also going to be talking about batteries for your transmitters, because that is of vital importance, so watch out for that lesson. Now if you're starting to get used to this, obviously just pick up the pace. Just practice hovering as well. Just try and get it to hover over one particular spot. All you're doing is very small movements just enough to fight the wind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is lesson 1. So I hope you enjoy your practice. Just remember, you're flying your drone, you're actually doing it. Just enjoy it as well. Don't feel any pressure to perform. Make sure you've got no one else around you, and you've got plenty of time to get used to your aircraft. No public shows until you're a genius, yes? All right, so as soon as we got you in the air, I suppose it's only fair that we teach you how to get back out again. So we'll teach you how to land. So we'll bring it back over to the pad. Try and come in at about 3 to 4 feet above the pad, so you don't have to worry about your own propeller downwash moving the aircraft around. Once you're happy where it's centered over the pad, just using very small control movements, just bring it straight down. You can still adjust it as it's coming down. Usually on most of the drones, if you keep pulling straight down on the throttle, the engines will cut out, but some have an automatic cutout as well. All right, so that was lesson 1. Remember to keep your index fingers above the sticks and your thumbs on the top. Make small movements for smooth control. Moving in the opposite direction is essentially your brake. But above all, enjoy yourself, have fun with it. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any further lessons. And I'll see you next time on Southpaw Drones. Fly safe.